What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Eagle's Nest. We got an exciting video for you guys today. To the last video that we had with the 22 DPC, I was listening to your guys' comments. There was quite a few people that emailed us as well as requested a shorter version of the 22 DPC. And this is what we have out here. Babe, what do we got?
Well, it's the long awaited. This is some testing that we're doing. We got a 14.5-inch barrel that we're running here in testing with a Cobalt kinetic setup. We're also running our Apex rival scope with a trigger cam, so you guys can get some more up close footage of what we're doing here.
Yep, so that's what we got coming up today. You guys are gonna like this one. Stick around. All right, let's go over the goodies of this rifle, what we have going on here. As you can tell, it is a complete Cobalt Kinetics SPR, obviously running it in the SBR format. I am running a suppressor that is a Sandman L with the E-brake on there. For the bipod, we have the Thunder Beast arm, T-back arms. Bipod is one of my highest recommendations. I really love this bipod for an AR system. Area 419 Arca rail system. And the optic, as I mentioned in the intro, this is the Apex Rival. It's a 4-32 power by 56 objective. We'll have a separate video going over this whole scope. As of right now, I'm basically just testing it. Yes, it is a very ginormous scope, especially with the trigger cam. Essentially what I'm doing is simulating if you were to run a thermal camera or something in front, or thermal add-on. So the setup itself, overall length is roughly 31 inches. In the back here, we have the Magpul PRS Lite. I really like this buttstock, works very well with this rifle. The buffer system itself in the Cobalt Kinetics SPR is proprietary. For the mags, I'm using AR Stoner mags. You can get these at Midway USA. They come in 10 and 15 rounder. And what you see on the side of here is a new chronograph that I've actually been working with. The Speed Tracker, Bullet Seeker, or formerly known as the Bullet Seeker. It's now known as the Speed Tracker, Mach 4. We'll be getting chrono numbers on that one. So the whole point of building a 14.5-inch barrel, from the comments I've seen, and what I'm trying to basically accomplish, is to build somewhat of a Varmint style AR-15, bringing you the performance of a 22-250, but in a smaller package. So we're gonna simulate this. I got Miss Eagle Eye out here, and she is gonna shoot off a tripod. We do have some targets out here at 246 yards. We are gonna try to take an attempt at 700 yards and possibly 1,000. But this is essentially what we do out here in the West for shooting coyotes. You know, we'll call off a tripod, and having an AR-15, kind of a smaller platform such as this with some heavy grain bullets, perhaps even a 62 grainer or like a soft point, doing around 2,800 feet a second is definitely going to make this thing very potent. Aim in the bottom.
2,804.8. 2,819.
There we go.
2,817.1.
There we go. So we're going to give this a try with the 80 grain VLDs. Now these are with Varget, 28.5 grains, and we do have the bullet speed up and running for chronograph readings. Should be dead center. $27.75, $27.90. The last two shots were. One more. That was me. I got one more left. We'll just go ahead and take a shot here.
2,762.8.
So it's holding 27, basically 2770, 2780. So pretty good velocity out of the 80 grain VLD. Now we do have a very small target at 300 yards. We'll give that a shot. So we do have a 3-inch little circle. Let's see if I can find it here. All the way out at 360 yards. Very, very small. See if we get an impact on this. We'll simulate basically a prairie dog. Impact. Let's go go out to 700 yards. Up to 6.2. Let's hold about, let's say, a half mil left. Way high. Down to 4.4. I should be able to get a hit here. 1.5 hold on windage. Impact. Got that recording. So that's 4.6 at this distance, 4.6 elevation with a 14.5 inch barrel. Let's see if we can follow this up. This high. Impact. Impact. So it's definitely
so far.
it's doing it. We're gonna try to stretch it out to 1,000 round, or 1,000 yard impact here. The 14-inch barrel. So, SBR. It's not really heard of doing that. I'm gonna go for 2 mils on windage. Okay, that was low and right. Okay, the scope stop, didn't want to go up any further, so I might have to hold over. Probably got the turret misadjusted. Hold 3 mils. Ooh. Hit the rock there, and about 1/2 mil higher. Just over him. Come on, it's right there. Impact. Well, it did it. 1,000 yards. The scope ran out of adjustment. I don't know. I think the turret, I got to readjust this turret. I was only able to get 8.6, but it made an impact at 1,000. Now this 14.5 inch barrel definitely was not easy to get load development done for. The 22 inch barrel is a lot less picky. This 14.5 inch barrel definitely did not like CFE 223. And doing some research, it seems like the faster burning powder is what's going to be optimized for this barrel length. So IMR 8208 or Varget is going to be the performer, which I found for this powder charge. This is 80 grain VLDs shooting 28.5 grains at around 2,740 feet a second. I re-verified this load, which is also a accuracy node for the 69 grainer Sierra or Barnes match burners. So it's pretty much holding MOA accuracy with a SBR 14.5 inch barrel at 100 yards. Pretty hard to say that with a lot of 223 style rifles in that short of a barrel, but accuracy is definitely there. With Varget, I think I'm gonna stick to that load, and you can see the group on that one. So without that one up top, I think that would be a sub half inch group or right around a half inch. With that one up top is 3/4 MOA. Same thing with this one. So 3/4 MOA, and the other loads are throwing a flyer here and there with CFE. So Varget's the way to go in this 14.5 inch SBR. Now, according to the Speed Tracker Mach 4, I've captured an average velocity of 2779 feet a second with a standard deviation of 3, with this 28.5 grain Varmint load. Now disregard the note saying 69 grainer, that's just the previous load before. But this will give you a general idea of how fast this little 14.5 inch barrel can push a 22 heavy grain projectile. So if you're considering something small package like this for varmint eradication, 55 grainers, or perhaps a 40 grainer, you should be able to push velocities of well over 3,000 feet a second. So as you guys can see, this little 22 DPC is a great performer. Even my wife shooting it, she's saying that the recoil is very similar to like a 223. She's excited about this cartridge too.
Oh yeah.
Now this has been kind of a work for almost a year trying to get this thing up and running, and you know, obviously we listen to you guys. So if you're interested in purchasing your own 14.5 inch barrel to make your own 22 DPC SBR or pistol, it can be purchased on dpgunworks.com. That's Delta Papa Gunworks, GUNWORKS.com. Appreciate you guys watching. Take care.